feel the vibe? Everybody around me gotta feel this way to fuck with me today. Oh, what do you say? I get by the 9 to 5. No, I'm feeling alive and I got a no ride, but it's okay, baby. I'm a riding the tide in this crypto thing.
As we walking through the mall, rolling up, getting ready to fucking call someone for more because we're running out, smoking out.
I get 2 grams grinded up. I don't know if I have enough for you, you and me, but that's why they call it weed. If I got it, we got it. Come on and shout it. Someone's always got something to say, and if it's negative, I don't play. I don't really care what you say.
I puff, and then I passed my ass right on the floor because my dumb ass could fucking take no more. And this is the story that you can't ignore.
Get by on the 9 to 5. Now I'm feeling alive. Do you feel the vibe? Everybody around me gotta feel this way to fuck with me today. Oh, what do you say? I get by on the 9 to 5. No, I'm feeling alive and I got a no ride, but it's okay, baby. I'm a
right on the tide to this crypto thing. I think it's time. It's dollar cost averaging.
And if you don't know,
that's a sin. Yeah. Good morning, Wall Street Pete, Sicto, and Crypto, Mr. Sellner, Mr. Maurice in the house. Nice to have you on the Super Live and the Super Chat this morning. We're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin and why this dump hasn't really been happening. And any normal Bitcoin, any normal trading 2023, 2022, we would be receiving a massive dump. Let's be real. But when BlackRock is buying up all, and I say all of the Bitcoin, well, that changes a couple things. So come on over, hit the bell, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, we need one more subscriber to get back to the 1.77K subscribers. Bell all notification locked in, hit it on, subscribe, and when we go live, you'll get this stuff immediately. So talking about a few things this morning, one of the methods I used, what I was doing was buying on leverage, shorting, buying, selling, whatever worked, long or short, and what you're doing is whatever you're trading in, well, you're going to hodl that account, and I was basically adding to my hodl account as I made significant gains in a quick leverage trade. So talking about that this morning, why I think Bitcoin could go up. If you're interested, we're going to talk about this chart this morning. So if you're just getting in and you're paying attention to the live, look at this chart, 4-hourly chart. This is Bitcoin, all-time highs. This is where Bitcoin has been, and this is what Bitcoin has been doing. So if you pay attention to the chart, you like this morning, please come on over, hit the bell, hit the like, and we're going to talk a little bit about this, plus a few other things in the news this morning, so it's very important to stay tuned. Dogecoin, I put in a long on a Dogecoin position, and not in profit, but I'm getting a little smacked around right now. But I do see a bottom here where we did come back up, and I am expecting this EMA underneath to reverse and come above for another leg up. So we'll talk more about that. There is a double top pattern on the 15, on the hourly, and the 15. So please be very, very careful when trading this, but I do think that something similar like this could happen. So this is my particular strategy for Bitcoin. But let's get into it. Let's go right through. So we're talking about U.S. inflation, top of the agenda, with Fed interest rate cuts not far away. Well, Bitcoin will definitely make some big, strong push if you already know, Jerome Powell comes live, starts talking about these Fed cut rates. It's going to be very important for that to start coming. So I am hoping that these are more than likely than not, but all eyes will be on the U.S. CPI release next Tuesday. So if anyone's interested, please hit the like button. We bring to you some information that's very important on whether the inflation uptick seen in the January report continues and could lead markets to push back the timing of Fed rate cuts. So we'll figure out and talk more about that as the Tuesday does come in. But let's talk about a few little things here. Retirement, real quick. A lot of people want to get rich and retire early. Well, you should have about 6 times your salary invested for retirement by the time you're 50 years old. I don't know if you knew that, but here are quick 4 tips. Having enough supplementary retirement savings is crucial for a secure future. If you don't have 6 times your salary saved by 50, you're behind on your goals. You'll need to take steps to catch up, such as cutting spending and increasing your account contributions. So we'll talk a little bit real quick about it. Here are your quick 4 steps, and some of them are obvious. Hit the like and subscribe at this current moment. I'd appreciate it. Good morning, Gary, to you as well. I see in the super chat there. We're going to talk about three assets that are exploding too, by the way. So if you're excited about that, those are our three hodls that were killing it. We're going to talk about Jasmine. We're going to talk about my economy. We're going to talk about Cardano. We have a big morning live trying to go quickly, but figure out how much you need to save to catch up. It's very important. Say you make about $50,000 right now, and you have 15 years until retirement. Well, assuming you get a few raises, which typically average about 2% a year, your final salary might be around $66,000. So you'll need to save around $660,000 if your goal is 10 times your salary. So please pay close attention. To cut expenses or increase your income to hit your target goals. Very, very important to start cutting dining out. You can also try chipping away a little expenses, right? Like your daily coffee. But it's very hard to sustain. I do agree with that. Number three, automate your savings, right? Automatically have it come out, 401k, specific amount that you know that you can afford to live off of with that depreciation in your check. Take full advantage of the availability of tax breaks, right? The tax breaks you get by investing these accounts, which mean that the contribution won't reduce or take your home income as much. For example, if you make $5,000 in tax-deductible contributions to an IRA and you're in the 22% tax bracket, well, you could save as much as $1,100 on your taxes. So I know that might be boring to some people. I'm sorry. But we're going to keep talking about what's going on. Bitcoin has surged, propels DeFi total value lock past $100 billion. Understand how important this is. The DeFi sector has surpassed a significant milestone with the total value locked of DeFi protocols exceeding $100 billion. Very important. People are starting to get into the DeFi. People are starting to educate themselves how important it is and where the DeFi may go in the future for cryptocurrency. Now, speaking of total value locked, Bitcoin ETF flows as of March 8th. We are kicking ass, Seabass. The assets of ETFs, including the GBTC, are now over $28 billion. This is now larger than GBTC's assets for the first time. So BlackRock, Fidelity, Bitwise, ARK, Invesco, Franklin, Valkyrie, Van Eck, Grayscale, all totaling over about $28 billion. Pretty exciting to see that. We're going to talk about the charts. Some people are losing some, I guess, we're losing viewers here. They're losing and retaining the video here. You need to stop, hit the like, subscribe, come back. This is the most important part of the video. Total crypto market cap is 2.64 trillion market cap. Bitcoin hovering right close to the 70,000. Ethereum flirting with 4,000. And you can see BNB no longer in the 400 range, now hovering around the 532. Solana's been at the 145, 150 range for about this rest of this beginning of this week here. XRP seems to be stuck around 61 and 62 cents. Cardano was going parabolic all the way to about 74 cents and now seeing a slight decrease. Dogecoin doing the same thing, but in the last 7 days up 22%. Shiba Inu up 52% in the last week, kicking some ass and taking some names. And this morning, finally, Polygon Matic making some headway. When will Chainlink actually do something? That is a great question. So let's get into it right now, talking about what we see here. And I do see a possibility for a fall here. Maybe I close this long, and I do wait for the perhaps of a chance for a 16.3 price. That's what I'm thinking could happen. We do have this line here just in case. We're talking about Dogecoin this morning. I don't do this often, but I do have a price that I would dollar cost average in on leverage to see if we can get the next leg or next tick up. And these are two of them that I'm just looking visually for Dogecoin. So we're excited for that this morning. Pay attention. Definitely to mention, look for the double top. Then we get that M rejection. That will send us parabolic. And I do believe that the next price, 40 Doge could be right before 18.5. So I will be holding this position if I can, and I do plan on selling out somewhere just to beat the whales a little sooner, which would be around here if we get one more test up. Now, it does look kind of scary, so I'd be careful. Dogecoin has been kicking ass and taking names in the last week. You can see we're getting some parabolic moves, so we are getting a little bit of a correction here. Double top, definitely 100% on the hourly, so please be careful. What happens, though, as we go into the EMA, and what Dogecoin likes to do is ride this EMA. And if it keeps riding this EMA, eventually what's going to happen, we're going to get a supply shock, and then we are going to get that rise to the upside, which is why I'm in. But let's talk a little bit about Bitcoin right now, since we were talking about the pullbacks here. You can see how far down we could come through to talking about Bitcoin this morning. We have a 52.4 that could possibly come and break through. The bottom of this pattern that would significantly indicate that would be the 60,200 price, just about. So if you do see a price and we're falling below through on Sunday, which I doubt is going to happen because you can see how significant Bitcoin has been, bouncing off this pattern pretty strongly. So every time we're in this particular pattern, we are getting a little bit of an uptick. You can definitely see it. So pay attention definitely to mention what I see here. If we are getting another uptick, look how beautiful that is. It takes us right around to 73,000. I find this particularly amazing. So looking at the same move, particularly from the last move of Bitcoin, and I'm talking about the last few moves that we did get. And if you'll watch here what I'm talking about, this move right here, and then we'll get ready to go soon, but I do want you to see before we leave, there is a Bitcoin bounce, a rally to the upside, that if we got the same momentum, this is where I'm getting this price, and maybe will make you feel a little more comfortable of how that's occurring, right? This is in the wrong spot. Right about on that Fibonacci, and there it is. If you can see, this was the move here for the resistance. Coming back in, if we can get another tick up, it's looking around 74,000 Bitcoin as the next marker for the resistance level that I see. We could continue to go further and break through, but I was looking at the weekly, I was looking at a few things, and I'm seeing that perhaps if we do continue this, and you can see here on the weekly how nice the weekly's been, we've gotten 2 weeks in a row where we've gone up here strong, got one down week and 2 strong weeks up again. So if we continue, I think that right around here, this weekly candle, we only have 11 hours and 8 minutes, so we could be going up from here, and then, who knows? Could inverted head, could create a head, right shoulder coming in, and then we could be talking about something like this as a possibility. Now, that's a lot of volatility. That's a big dump, but please be careful. We have been seeing them, right? Every time we get this little pattern here where we think we're going to break above the all-time high, you can see 69,000 up here. We come all the way back down to about a 60,000. That's really volatile on this chart. You don't really see it here until I zoom it out and show you, but you can see the volatility, the resistance, how strong it is. So Bitcoin is definitely getting some big volatility, coming back, recovering, and it looks like, if we got the EMA out here, looks like we're hovering over the exponential moving average. I wanted to try and make this a short video possible, but we are hovering right and bouncing off the top of the EMA. And a few times that we've done that, what happens? We come in, we come through. You can see here riding the last EMA. We come in, we come just a little under. It gets tight action, and then you can see how we're off. So that's what we're expecting. If you could see the last move here, maybe that's something we're paying close attention to. This move from here all the way to here, this could be a better accurate number. Just this move alone, could be what we're going to see next in a quick pop-off. And that's what I'm talking about, my friends. This is why there's 74,000, 73. If you can see, we're going to get tight, and then we're going to get that pick-me-up right here. So I'm kind of looking for Bitcoin this morning to get above to about the 74,500, 73,000 today if we can get it. But please be very careful. Like I said, it's been a Sunday for a while that we've seen a short Sunday, but like I'm saying, what is BlackRock doing? It's buying all of the Bitcoin. BlackRock is being a greedy mofo, and there's not much you could do about it. So what BlackRock has done in 2 months is what MicroStrategies has been trying to do for the last 42. So you can see what's going on. MicroStrategy, 193,000 Bitcoin. That's MicroStrategies, and now BlackRock hovering almost, probably at this point in time, have 200,000 Bitcoin for sure. So there's only so much Bitcoin that can be spread out to the world here. So if BlackRock is buying it all up and the rest of the world is starting to wake up, this 21 million Bitcoin is going to be gone really quick. So my name is Wall Street Pete, Sick Dough in Crypto, a gentleman who used to work here on the trading floor, New York Mercantile Exchange. I miss this place very much. New York, 1 North End Avenue. This was the place where I learned how to trade. This is the place where some of the best traders in the world. Wall Street Pete was created. If it wasn't for this place working in New York, Wall Street Pete would never, ever exist. There would be no such thing as this channel of Sick Dough in Crypto. And I appreciate you very much. We cannot read it, of course, but you know what it says. It says proof of postage stamp, master guaranteed. And if it's found, drop off in your nearest mailbox. This is a magnet. I used to be able to get this into the building every day, a magnet strip. I would hang it from my neck, and that's how I would get into the trading building every morning. Access to each door that possibly would let me. and it was fun. Bomb sniffing dogs come into the building sometimes. Worked there right after 9/11. Go figure, right? 2001 at the end, 2002. What a time to be alive. What a time to trade commodities. Natural gas, cryptocurrency is now the number one trading thing here to me. But we used to trade commodities, coffee, cotton, gas, sugar, you name it. We used to trade it. It was fun. We used to make a lot of money trading commodities in New York City. I used to take the New York Waterway Ferry, $750 a month. I cannot imagine what that costs today. If anybody does take the New York Waterway has, please let me know. How much do you pay for that? I used to pay about $750 a month just for the boat to take me from around the corner from my house in Belford, New Jersey, all the way to Manhattan Colgate, across from Manhattan on the Hudson River. That was a great place to be. So if you're wondering why the channel is growing, who the hell are we? And why did we start the channel? Well, we used to work on Wall Street. We used to trade with some of the best traders. We used to trade with millionaires. Millionaires would come in with holes in their pants, holes in their jeans, and you would never know that they had 10 million, 20 million in the bank. You would think that they were a bum. Guess what? That motherfucker had a lot of money. Wall Street beats sick though in crypto. A lot of new followers this past week. I do appreciate you very much. Please, if you don't mind, continue to hit the like button, continue to comment, and if you would like for us to do a particular asset, I am waiting for people to actually comment at the end of the video so I can have a timestamp. Hey, can you do a short on Dogecoin? Hey, could you do a short on Stellar Lumens, XLM? Can you do a short on Biconomy? I wanted to talk about Jasmy. I wanted to talk about Biconomy. I wanted to talk about Cardano. I think I'm going to have to do that in the next video. I did not expect to be exceeding 15 minutes this morning. As usual, we do longer lives sometimes. So you guys have a great, fantastic weekend. It is Sunday. Please be careful for the Sunday shorts. But more importantly, watch that Bitcoin chart on the 4-hourly. That Bitcoin chart is starting to simmer down a little bit. And I do think that something parabolic can be created out of this mess. So please be very careful coming to the weekend of the cryptocurrency market. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I will see you in the next video. We're going to be as active as we can for you. That's why you subscribe. I do want to talk about Jasmy, Gary. Jasmy is kicking ass and taking names, and there were a lot of people who did not believe in the asset. We are now up significantly between Cardano, Biconomy, and Jasmy. My portfolio is cornholio. Maybe tippy for my bunghole. That's how I feel. I'm fired up. You should be too. I'll see you in the next video. Hit that like button. Talk to you guys soon.